All right. So I get the play here. So good luck, have fun.
You too.
All right. I'm gonna start out with a. Yeah, we're gonna start out with a Herald of Erudition, pitching an Enigma Chimera, coming at you for 5 dominate. Go again.
Yep. Walk through with the chain lightning.
Sure. Take 2. Goes to my soul. I get to draw 2 cards. Very cool. Vestige is now active. I'm gonna go ahead and swing at you with a. Oh, this is too juicy to give up. I'm going to attack you with a Phantasmaclasm, pitching a yellow protection to fully pay for it. Go again. Okay, I think I get rid of the Lessons of Lava here. Yeah.
Sure.
I'm coming at you for 9.
Cards in hand?
2.
Trying to think of worst case scenario. Maybe you have push.
Right.
Maybe you don't. I think just stopping 9 is fine.
Sure.
Stop 9.
That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and close the combat chain. I'm going to go ahead here and let me think. I've never played against you before with this really, so I don't know the contents of your deck. I'm thinking of what chains target I want to do.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to say early on because I have so much flexibility.
Right, but I just want to mainly fuck up your pitch. Because I feel like Aether Spindle is probably what I want to cut, so I'll hit Aether Spindle.
Sure.
With Chains of Eminence and I'll Arsenal and pass.
I'd say that's a good card to name because now I can't play it if I draw one.
Yeah, or pitch it, yeah.
Yep. Unfortunately, it's not relevant here.
That's fine.
Okay, let's do some interesting stuff.
Okay.
So pitch for 3. Stir for 2. Chain Lightning for 1. So it's coming in for 6 arcane damage, and then I can play my next wizard non-attack action as though if it were an instant.
Sure, no blocks. Take 6.
Okay. I'm going to follow it up with Gaze the Ages. So I get to opt 2, and then this will bounce back to my hand since I played another wizard non-attack action this turn. This looks good to me. I'm going to bottom 1, top 1. I'm going to bounce the Gaze back and then pitch it for Kano. Get a knee pod in play.
Sure.
Move to end step.
Sure, that's fine.
It's about as good as a turn you can get for Kano.
Cool.
To set up. Draw 4.
Sure. I'm going to start out by throwing a. Do I think you have Nourishing in your hand? I don't think you do. First off, Chains is destroyed. Vestige is no longer active. I'm going to go ahead and attack you with a Herald of Judgment from Banish, pitching a Herald of Judgment to get it go again. So 6 coming at you.
Block 3.
Sure, take 3. Goes to my soul. Vestige is now active. I'm going to attack you with a Herald of Protection blue, pitching a blue Herald of Protection, floating 2 resource, coming at you for 5.
Block 6.
Block 6. Sure thing. I'm going to use my 2 floating to banish a card from soul, make a token, swing for 1. Go again. Okay. I'm gonna proceed to pass priority.
Yep, there is also.
Okay, then I will Arsenal and pass to you. Because Judgment hit you last turn, you cannot play cards from Banished.
Yep, no worries. Notably on the block, you got a red Aether Flare. As my action, I'm just going to put another Energy Potion in play.
Sure, that's concerning.
That's back.
Thanks.
Yeah, it should be. Yep.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and throw a Pursuit of Knowledge at you, pitching a Blinding Beam to pay for it. So coming at you for 4.
You have one in hand or two?
Two.
And then one in arsenal. 4, 7. Yellow pummel hits 7, red pummel hits 8.
Correct.
I'm not even sure you're playing them, but it's rather be safe, I think. Getting the +1 was pretty devastating last game, so I think we are gonna block 9.
Sure. I will not respond to that, and I'm going to go ahead and pass priority.
Sure, it resolves.
Okay, then I'm going to draw 2.
You got it. Got a lesson in lava on the block. On my turn, I'll just move to arsenal.
Sure.
Anything before I go to end?
Nothing. Yep.
Okay, draw 4, pass.
Sure. On my turn here, I'm going to go ahead and attack you with a Spears of Surreality yellow, pitching and illuminate yellow. Coming at you for 4, go again. Floating 1 resource.
Spears of Surreality yellow for 4. Gonna say no blocks.
Sure, take 4. Attack you for 1 with Spectral Shield, go again.
One floating, one in hand.
2 in hand.
2 in hand. Block 3.
Sure. I'm going to Prism. Pitching a red, push the point to make a token. Swing at you for 1, go again.
No blocks.
Okay, you take 1.
Yep.
And then I'm going to push a red, push the point to attack you with a red, push the point from Arsenal for 6.
Oh my god, yes, 3. Yeah, no blocks.
Okay, take 6.
Yep.
Alright, then I will close the combat chain here, and I will pass over to you.
Sure. I'm gonna do a kind of a fancy turn, so
Sure.
some Kano tech. As my action, I'm gonna play Blazing Ether. Now
Sure.
I'm gonna keep priority. I'm gonna pitch a yellow lesson in lava, and then respond to the blazing with a red snapback, and then respond to the snapback with a red snapback. Bless you. So coming in for 3 arcane, 3 arcane. So this is representing 6 damage. If these hits, blazing will deal 6.
Right, so you're coming in for 12.
Up to 12, potentially.
Right, well, the first 2 are going to be absorbed by the Spectral Shield for sure. And snapback is 3, so I'm going to Spell Void 2. So fully soaking the first one.
Let's say we're gonna optimize. Sure. So 1 gets fully absorbed.
Right.
And you'll block 1 on the second one.
Correct.
With 1 shield.
Yeah.
And then did you want to pitch additionally, or are you just gonna block?
No, I'm only gonna. So I'll take 2 from the second snapback, and then I'll take 4 total.
Sounds good. All right. And then with that, I will move to end step, draw 4.
Sounds good to me.
And what do you have in hand? Sorry.
I've got 4 cards.
Yikes. Okay.
All right. On my turn here, I'm going to go ahead and attack you with a red spears for 5, pitching a Enigma Chimera, floating 1.
Sure. No blocks.
We'll take 5.
Oh, you know, I haven't been putting counters on my tunic. Can we just have one
Yeah,
full?
that's fine. Oh,
Sorry,
you'll get it next turn, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So from there, I'll close the combat chain.
Yep.
And then I will play a Phantasmify.
Okay.
And then I will attack you with an Illuminate for 8.
Oh, what a pain in the butt. Block 6.
Cool. Take 2.
Yep.
Goes to Soul. Pass priority.
Nothing.
Cool. Draw 4.
Sure. So I have Tunic now. Let's go ahead and pitch Blue Gaze the Ages. We're going to Crucible and Sonic Boom for 4.
Sonic Boom for 4. And what happens when Sonic Boom hits?
If it deals damage, I can look at the top card of the deck. If it's a wizard non-attack action card, I may banish it. If I do, I can play it this turn as an instant. Cost is reduced by the damage dealt by Sonic Boom.
Right, so it's like an extra Kano. It's like a better Kano ability.
Yeah, basically.
And that was your action?
Yep, this is my action. Nothing in
You have
hand.
to play instance if it hits, so...
I can play off the top, and basically, since you can only block 1, this is free unless you make a Spectral Shield, and then it only hits for 2, and then I can play a 2-cost list for free.
Right,
but
right.
I do have 2 epots, so...
Right, yeah, I'm at 30.
Yep, pretty low threat here.
Cards in hand here?
Nothing.
Nothing? Oh, well then, yeah, no blocks, I'll take it.
Sure. Take 4. Sure. Aether Flare for 1.
Yeah, take it.
Okay. We'll go end step here.
Cool, that's fine.
Draw 4 and pass.
Sure. So I'm going to... What do I even do? Is this even correct? I can do math, I swear. Yeah, so I'm going to start by playing a Spears of Seriality, pitching a blue Blinding Beam, floating 2 resource. Coming at you for 5, go again.
I'm going to say no blocks.
Okay, take 5. I'm going to go ahead and close the combat chain.
Yep.
And I'm going to see here, cards in hand 4.
Yeah, I got 4 in hand, 2 epots, 1 counter on Tunic.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and simply play a Captain's Call for +2.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna attack you with War Tune for 9.
Sure. I'm going to break Lens up to you.
Sure.
You have 1 floating?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, time to do some math.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I wish this game had Brainstorm so bad.
Is that a magic card?
Yeah. Basically, lets you like control the top of the deck.
Mm-hmm.
For 9, huh? Frustratingly, I have one of the worst block hands imaginable.
Mm-hmm. So you have to go for the off the top?
Pretty much. So I'll just kind of play with my hand revealed here. So here's
Sure.
the opt. I have a blue snapback and a chain lightning. Then I have stir, tome, sonic boom, time snap. So I have 2 blockers, a 3 blocker, and then a no blocker.
Right.
I have access to 5 resource in the field. And now really what it comes down to is, you know, what is possible, like how much damage could I theoretically do? So I think the snapback gets bottomed no matter what. It's just not going to be the one that we keep. Chain lightning is a consideration here. I'm trying to think of like best case scenario what happens. So I play the sonic boom. I have to play it with the striders.
Yep.
I
So
hit
you
the
use
chain
that
lightning.
with Tunic for Striders, yeah?
Yeah, so I'm just trying to think of like maybe like what's the best play. So before I actually play this, I'm gonna consider what the full range of options are. So chain lightning is like a weird one, right? So like we have to think about like how's like the best way to play this. So maybe the best way, right, is we leave the chain lightning on top, and then I pitch 3. Kano the chain lightning out. Let's say we break a potion, leave 1 floating. Well, really, do we want to do that, right? Because we want to maximize our damage, we have to. So we want to get something else in play before the chain lightning, maybe. The problem is I just can't do that without Kano. So maybe this is what makes Kano so hard.
Right, and Tome you can't do here because then it'll end your turn, right? So you have to sequence
Oh,
that.
well, no, it'll be an instant if I play it. So, because like you're coming at me for lethal, right? So this is all on your turn anyway.
Yeah. So you
So
can like
let's
what,
just say,
stir first, right?
So the chain lightning is like right now, like the chain lightning is on top.
Mm-hmm.
So chain lightning will enable me to play anything from hand. So providing I pitch 3 to Kano, I can banish the chain lightning for 1 resource. I can play whatever I want from hand,
Right.
essentially. But now the question is like, what's the best way to go about it? So I know the chain lightning is here, and I'm curious about what the second card might be. So like maybe I pitch 3, banish the chain lightning, I break both potions, leave 1 floating, I spend 3 on Kano.
And your Storm Striders are popped and your Tunics popped.
No, these are still
not yet.
up.
Okay, you're good. Yeah.
So okay, so this actually changes the game, right? So now I have a tome on top.
Mm-hmm.
So these are both banished.
Right.
And then now I play the tome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna draw 2 on the tome.
Right.
So now it gives me options. So I have Spindle, Snapback, Tome of Aetherwind, Sonic Boom, and Blue. And I have one floating.
Mm-hmm.
So this is currently how it is. This has been played, this is not. So here I think what we do is we spend our 1. We play the Chain Lightning now, because now I get value on it, so you take 3. Do you want to block this one?
Does it have an on hit?
No, just lets me play from hand, doesn't matter
Yeah,
if you
then
take
I'll not block that. I'll take the 3.
Sure. Let's have 3. Now I have an opportunity to play something from hand. So I think what I'm going to do is pitch the Snapback, leave 1 floating. Play the Aether Spindle, coming in for 4 Arcane.
Right, as an instant.
Yep.
And then from there, I feel like my best option is to null rune that if I can only null rune 1 thing.
Yeah, probably.
So I will. I'll null rune it for 1.
Okay, so you'll take 3. So now we'll opt 3. So we see Flare, Reverb, Energy Potion. So this still has potential to keep going. So now what happens is I still have a counter on Tunic, I still have the Snapback, I still have the Striders. I think what we need to do is... We've taken 6 damage this turn now. I gotta get this other tome in play somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So right now we're opting. I think we... So these have all been played. Really what happens is I need to hit a Blazing. So I have 1... What was that? Proxy. I have 1 Blazing. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21. So about almost half the deck I've seen. So I have 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. I've probably pitched at least 6 cards. So the chances of a Blazing being like right on top are pretty high right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're still working on this opt though. So like I think no matter what, I'm gonna have to get this tome in play because I'm gonna need to draw cards for resource.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what I do is leave the potion on top, and then we bottom these. Maybe against my better judgment.
I don't think you have much of a choice though, because like you're not killing me from 21 with what you have in hand, right?
Well, not yet. But the reverb lets me play the tome essentially, if I can get the reverb off. The problem is I have to pay 4 resources to play it, so I don't think it's really viable. So I think these have to go bottom, so Aether Flare and reverb to the bottom. So I know I have a pot on top. I have 1 floating, so I think what we need to do now is
Don't you have the Striders to do the tome?
Yeah, Striders, use the one floating. Tome, draw 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got gas. But now I'm out of actions, which was the problem the whole time. So
Now
I
you have
think I,
Kano off the top, right?
yeah, so I think I actually need the Aether Flare, the Reverb maybe, in hindsight. But let's just see what happens. Oh, well, actually, I could block now, right? So we've gone. No, I'm still. No, this is. I can block with the
Coming at you
tunic.
for
I actually
9.
live.
So
Yeah, so with the tunic, it's 9 here.
sure.
So I'm trying to think if this is how I want to play out the end of the game, though.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if you're gonna live this turn, it goes to your turn. You can play your
I gotta
E-Pot,
push them
draw
to
4, and then you have a
have
better.
another
Yeah, if you
chance.
can live now, I mean, throwing those cards away is not gonna hurt you, right? Unless you need
Yeah,
Stir.
exactly. No, I think I have another one still. Yeah, one there. Yeah,
You've
I'm
got
pretty
one
sure I still
left.
have it on the deck. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have one Sonic Boom, one in my hand. Yeah, I think this is fine. So, yeah, we block here.
Mm-hmm.
So we block 9 with the tunic.
Right.
So
The only
3,
thing
3, 3,
is
6,
that if you don't have your Striders anymore, so
9. Yeah, exactly. But that's
yeah.
okay though, because like we can just pray off the top.
Okay.
Sometimes it happens.
Right. All right. So full block.
Yep.
Cool. Then I will pass to you. Draw up.
Sure. Pot, draw. You're not playing any auras, right?
Right.
Okay, no worries. So I'll just draw 4.
So,
And then pretty much like a nightmare hand.
right, because on my
So
turn,
3 reds.
right, I would just start by coming at you with a War Tune, pitching a Phantasmify yellow.
This one's for 7.
Yeah, 7, floating 1, 2 in hand.
Yeah. So we're back in a bad spot. 1 chain lightning. Three chain lightnings. Okay. So the only way I can enable the play of the tome is I need to hit stir. So I'd basically have to use 5 resources just to play a tome right now. So you have 1 floating, 2 in hand?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Yeah, so I think next attack kills me no matter what. So I think what we do is we have 1 tome. How many others have we seen?
I think you've seen
That's
all.
the other 2. Yep. Because we just played them last turn.
Right.
So let's go. Yep. 3 for Kano. Blazing Aether.
Not what you want at that moment, right?
Yeah, so I mean, like hypothetically, we represent 6, but it's not kill.
Mm-hmm.
And then now we're stuck with 2 blockers and a 3 blocker. So 5, 6, 7.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that does it. I'm trying to think of like what else I have. Sonic Boom. Other blazing. I was like, I'm getting these blazings like so late.
Right.
Feels
Yeah,
really
'cause you
bad.
full block and then I just come in with a Enigma Chimera for 7.
Exactly. Like I need the blazings earlier in the game. I'm thinking too, like I have the flares pulled out, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe I don't. No, the flares are in right now. The red flares are in. So like really like what I want to be seeing is like early game I want like red flare, like red snapback. Because then that represents like 11 damage
Mm-hmm.
off of I don't know, like nothing. like 2 pitch.
Right.
But I just don't seem to be drawing those like ever together.
Mm-hmm.
You wanna try to jam another real fast?
Sure.
I have time for like one more before